Namaste, good day, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome to another session with Guru Wonder. I'm your host, Gurvinder Singh. Today's topic is what I call the essential misfit. We are always given to believe that misfits are a bad thing, and but it's not necessary. Today I wanted to talk about the essential misfit and an extension of that, what I call the fly in the soup technique of management. I developed this uh, uh, as a consequence of my visits to Japanese factories, and I noticed that in every interaction that we had, there was always one individual, the entire team that the Japanese fielded. There was always one individual who sat in the corner, amongst not in the corner, but on the table, and who never participated in the meeting, never uttered a word, never offered an opinion, but would just sit there and take notes. This was a little bit unusual for us, especially when we Indians, we like to talk a lot. So I was curious, and later I learned that the person's role was primarily to observe and provide critical feedback to his Japanese team members on the dynamics of the meeting based on the verbal and non-verbal communications and interactions of all the participants, looking for cues on what was being hidden, what was implied. And surprisingly, I learned also that the person this chosen person, this individual, really had no knowledge, no significant knowledge of the subject being discussed, or great expertise, knowledge, or his role was primarily to provide objective analysis, looking in from the outside. So I thought that was interesting, and they say that experience is not what happens to you, it is what you do with what happens to you. So what is the lesson we could learn from this? So one of the reasons for success in our organization was that we had a lot of team work and a lot of cross-functional work. And anybody who sat in any of these meetings knows that everybody is trying to pass the buck, or trying to get the maximum amount of I wouldn't call it power, but influence to take things in a particular direction and stuff like that. And sometimes we just miss it. So I started bringing in somebody to the meetings who had nothing to do with any of the participating departments or functions, and the person was just requested to come sit in the meeting and participate. I mean, to just sit, observe, and at the end of the meeting, sometimes people, just to humor the boss, would come and sit and while away the time. But then after every meeting, I would have a discussion with them and ask them what their views were, what do they think. And first of all, when you do that with this person, you're getting an unbiased view. The person is just sitting, watching all these things happening on a big screen, and is able to form his or her opinion as they felt. So this person who's really invited is like a fly in the soup. Many people would grumble, and they said, I have so much work to do, and I'm being pulled away. I have my assignments, I have my deadlines, and this is such a waste of time. I have nothing to say, I have nothing to take. But over a period of time, they were able to appreciate that how valuable their views were. And how did the organization benefit? How did I, as the team leader, benefit? Is that I achieved two things that was very impactful. First was I was able to test the abilities, not only I, but this technique as it was getting more and more uh, adopted by the organization. We were able to test the abilities of individuals to observe and analyze group dynamics and pick up cues of and the undercurrents, concerns, strengths, etc. And this is vital for organizations where people are then put to lead cross-functional teams. And secondly, I was able to discover aspects and analysis from a completely unique point of view. And it'll be surprising that the kind of objectivity that comes in when one is not a directly not a directly involved participant. I won't say that the results were surprising. I would say that the results were staggering, and it's also strengthened our leadership development program within the organization. In summary, I can say that we have to step out to look within. Well, that's enough from me for today. I thank you for joining me, and if you like this video, please do not forget to press the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day. Namaste. Sat Sri Akal.